Welcome to the Q4 market update in 2022. Much has changed since our last video, so let's go through what is going on and maybe a little prediction on what's going to happen. So since my last update, the market has turned. The spot market has disappeared, contract market has taken back control, and rates have really significantly dropped. Our last market update was just weeks before this all took place. 2022 has had its share of challenges. While the rates have come down, trucks are easier to acquire, the freight isn't there. If you're reading a lot of the reports, you're seeing that the ports are emptying out. One of the last reports I read put the LA ports having 4 boats out waiting to come in versus the 105 boats of last year. So what has this done to the market as a whole? Well, less freight coming in is less freight being trucked to a warehouse. Less freight being trucked to a warehouse is less freight being trucked to a store, and et cetera, and et cetera. So what does this mean to you as a freight broker or a shipper when you see a declining spot market, an increasing contract market, and declining rejection rates of tenders? Well, let's start with tenders first. What is a tender? How is it being measured? A lot of TMSs that customers use will issue a load tender to brokers or asset operations. From there, a trucking company or broker will accept or reject said tender. When a tender is rejected for various reasons, it will log itself in the TMS as rejected tender. So when we have a lowering of rejected tenders, that means more asset carriers and more brokers are accepting the contract rates because that is where stability exists. What does that also mean to capacity? That means more trucks are leaving the spot market and staying with their bread and butter of the contract freight. So we've talked about rejection rates and the contract market and its correlation, but let's talk about how it then affects the spot market. The spot market is where shippers tender their freight when they don't have the volume to command contract pricing, or larger shippers who find themselves in a bind because their truck just broke down and they need to get that load recovered and still ship today. So what's going on with the spot market today? Well, rates have stabilized for the majority of 2022. We're not seeing these violent peaks or these crazy daily spikes that we were seeing all across the country that we were seeing in 2021. We are still seeing seasonal peaks with produce. In the Pacific Northwest, here in about a month, will be hot and heavy with Christmas trees being shipped by the truckloads to your local parking lot for you to buy and display in your house. So what's my prediction for 2023? Regardless of what you're reading, I am fully convinced we are in a recession, the beginning stages. I do believe the recession will last the first half of 2023. So how do you prepare as a broker or a shipper? And what's BTB's role in both of them? Well, if you're a shipper, know who you are doing business with. Unfortunately, asset operations are going to close up shop. Unfortunately, freight brokers will most likely close up shop. Make sure you are with financially strong suppliers for your transportation services. So what does this mean to a freight brokerage or a freight agency? Well, know who your customers are. Here at BTB, we have those protections already in place and we're exercising them daily. We are ready for this recession. We will tackle it head on and we will come out stronger than we were yesterday.